Hi everyone, it's me, By Thesso. You who watched the Thursday takeover over at Moonflair should know who I am, probably. Hej Alva, hej Liga. Hej Agnes. Sara, välkommen. I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to show up. And while we wait, you can look at this pretty hand that we have here. This is the Red Iguana practice hand in April. She already has makeup on. She has some tattoos as well. Hey Selena! Long time no see. I'm only kidding, it was like 2 hours ago. Hey Beatrice! Ooh, Agnes is gonna do a little unboxing while she watches. Hey Sophia! Okay, I think we're gonna start. And then people will drop in as they can. And for you guys who are watching right now, stay till the end of the live because we're gonna give you a little discount code on the Red Iguana hands. Of course, so you can get your own and try this at home. Yay! Okay, so this is the April one. She's a little bit lighter. Today I'm gonna do some makeup on Lucy. You can see the color difference right here. Can you see the difference on the one with makeup on versus the nude one, the naked one? The silicone in itself is pretty flat in color, so we're gonna fix that with some details today. So we'll take April out of the way and give Lucy some space. So we're gonna do just a regular makeup tutorial. And that means that I'm gonna use basic makeup that you might have at home. Hopefully you'll have it at home, so you can do it as well. So this isn't permanent because nothing sticks to silicone if it's not a silicone color, which means that you can redo it over and over again. You can try and do it how many times as you want. We're also gonna do some tattoos today, and they also come off, which means that you can do one tattoo one day and then another one the next day. So you get that look that you want. And if you followed us for a while at Moonflair, we actually did like a Halloween look with the Red Iguana hands as well. So we did a witchy one that had a lot of tattoos, and she had tattoos all over her hand. We did a zombie one that was all bloody and gory. And we also did a mummy one. And all of those makeups came off right away when we washed them. You can wash them just with soap and water and a little sponge. And they will get all clean and good again. But I think we're gonna start. So when I do makeup on the silicone hand, I try to think in layers. And if you look on my hand, we're gonna start with the things that is in the bottom layers, and that is actually the veins, because we want it to look realistic, right? So I'm gonna turn her over. And you can do this with a shadow and a thin brush if you want to. I actually have a green pencil. And I think I'm just gonna draw a little bit here so you can see how it looks. It's a little bit green blue tint. And I think you'll notice later on why I choose to use a pencil and not a shadow, because we're gonna use it when we do the tattoos as well. So I'm just gonna look at my own hand and follow the pattern. And if I take this one, it's actually better. I have like 2 roads here almost. So I'm gonna draw that with this blue-green pen. And you don't have to be scared to overdo it because everything on the silicone hand will come off. So it's better to draw and go for it. Otherwise you have to do it all over again. You see that I use my own fingers to like draw the color out a bit. It's gonna soften the look. Don't be afraid to ask me things in the comments. I try to look at them as we do this as well. I have a little bit of a vein right here, so I'm gonna do that one as well. But I'm gonna focus mostly on the top of the hand today because I usually take pictures like these. And so that we can do this relatively quickly. So after I do the veins, you can actually go all the way up if you want to. We're gonna do the base of the tattoos. Because if you look at my hand, you can see that the ink of the tattoo, this is a real one, it's not completely black. It actually has some green and blue tones to it, and it's because it's also in one of the deeper layers of the skin. So I'm gonna do the outline of the tattoos. What kind of tattoos do you think she should have? Do you have any suggestions? I usually do tattoos right above the knuckles and maybe something underneath. Do you have anything special you want to see? I can tell you right away that rounder shapes are a little bit more difficult. So I wouldn't do too many circles. Crystals. Yeah, we can do a crystal. Of course, I actually have a friend that has a crystal tattoo, so this could be like her hand. A sun, a moon. You're giving me the roundest shapes ever. But I'll try. What's the shape of a crystal? I don't know. Something like that, maybe. And then we want a sun. It's pretty easy with this pen to do a sun. And this is why I don't want to use a shadow, because it's a little bit easier to control a pen when you're doing like round lines. And here's an opportunity for you guys to be creative. Do whatever you want. You could do like mandala patterns if you feel really confident. And you can do tattoos all over this part as well. I think we'll concentrate on the fingers today. Do you have any more suggestions for what we should do? I'm just gonna do like a little bit of lines and patterns so it doesn't look so naked. And if you know that you're going to use a lot of rings, you don't have to do like every finger. An arrow, that would be nice. We can do it on the smallest little finger maybe. Something a little bit thinner. And I try to stay away from the knuckles. This was a little bit of a smaller finger. I'm not too sure about that one. I didn't like the shape of it. And this is why we do the base of the tattoo first. It's a little bit green underneath, but that's okay. Let's do more of a triangle. Has everybody had a nice day? Are you back at work or are you on vacation, holiday still? I've been at work. Let's start with these. We can always add more if we have a little bit more time later. Okay. Hey, Erika! First day back at preschool. Stay safe and stay healthy if you're at preschool. Yes, we're gonna start with that. The next deepest thing is actually these little lines. So we're gonna go in with some dark brown. No vacation here, work, work, work. I have this angled brush. It's like an eyebrow brush or like an eyeliner brush. And I take a dark brown. It doesn't matter what palette you have because I don't have like a specific palette for this. I mix and match. I'm gonna draw it here so you can see this kind of dark brown. And when you're working with shadows, make sure that it's not too shimmery because that is gonna be, it's gonna turn into like a glittery hand all over. And then I'm just filling in these creases. You can see that I'm using kind of a lot, but since it's silicone, nothing really sticks to it. So we can always buff it out. And I'd rather take a little bit too much than having to do it over and over and over again. And I know that when I take pictures, oh, sorry, I went in here between the fingers as well. And I know that when I take pictures, I'm gonna use a really bright light, and that's gonna even out the makeup as well. So you want it to be visible. And this is the deepest color we're gonna use. The one that goes in the creases. And a little bit of shadow right here. This is like the contouring, basically. You can see that I'm going a little bit over the knuckles as well, getting some shadow in there. This is just trial and error. What do you think works? But try to think where the shadow is gonna be casted. And during this step, I'm still using my fingers because you can drag the color out a little bit. You can do it on the knuckles as well, but be careful because you have drawn all of the tattoos in between. So you don't want to lose them too much, but you can always like fill them in. I'm taking a clean brush and just going over them a little bit. Hej Patricia, välkommen! See how it softens it? It looks really funny right now. Trust the process. Trust the process. And the part when I start with a green pen to do the tattoos, I actually learned that in makeup school thousands and thousands of years ago. So I'm using the same technique that you can do on people, on real people. If you need tattoos like on a party or something, you want to spice it up. Maybe for Halloween, if you're going as Harley Quinn, that was really popular 2 years ago. this is how you make the tattoos a little bit more realistic. Okay, last place I want to put these darker shadows is right here, so we don't forget about those. I'm mixing in a little bit of a lighter color as well. You can see right there. I usually make my hands wear a little sweater or something, so that goes up to here. I dress them just like little dolls. No, but to get some fabric in the picture, it's nice to have like something knitted or something. Something silky maybe, some textures. But if you don't forget to put makeup all over the hand. And as I said, more is more. Because this is all gonna fade. Or in worst case scenario, you take her to the bathroom and you wash her with soap. I forgot the thumb. Rebecca asks, what kind of pen did you use to paint the first tattoos with? This is actually just an eyeliner. Where did I put it? There. This one is from NYX, but you can choose whatever eyeliner you have, but try to get one that is green or blue toned to get that like tattoo ink color in the end. And make sure it's not shimmery, because if you buy like a green eyeliner, they're almost always shimmery. Okay, so after the brown, I want to add some red. And if you look like at a normal hand, I was gonna say at my hand, you're gonna see that I'm pretty red around the cuticles. Not inflamed red, but you have like red tones. You have red tones right here. And if you turn your hand, you can almost see a line from where your regular pigment is and where your palm is. And the palm is almost always more red. Can you see the difference? So we want this kind of red color on our hand because she is one tone all over. So I'm gonna take a little brush and then I'm gonna, no, what's that? Gonna take a red, mix it with a little bit of a nude one as well. I'm gonna dot it right here so you can see. See how red that is? You can take a blush as well. Just make sure it's not a lot of glitter in it. And then I'm just gonna start painting it right here. She's gonna look a little bit inflamed to begin with. But it also makes it look more alive. It's just when you add blush to your own makeup, you look instantly more alive, more pig. What's that in English? Perky? Awake, maybe? Yeah, awake. Are you guys having a calmer time right now when it's not December? Hope not too many of your clients are sick. I'm taking the red and going into the palm. I usually don't take a lot of side views when I take pictures, but I just want to show you where it's supposed to be if you do. Thank you, Sarah. Can you see how that makes a difference? And sometimes the thumb, you see that it's a little bit tilted to the side. You want to get a little bit of red in there. And of course on the cuticle here as well. It's so weird talking to yourself when it's so quiet. And one of those people that needs to have like the TV on or the radio on or some music on. I'm not used to this much quiet. I wish you could talk to me directly. Sorry, but I know you're there. I hope the lighting is okay. It's a little bit shadowy for me since the phone is right here, but I hope that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so after I focus on the cuticles and like the fingertip overall, doesn't matter if you get makeup in here, by the way, because you're going to put the nail on. Just make sure that if you do like a matte nail or like a white nail or a light color, that you don't get too much makeup on the nail when you put it in, because it's gonna come off. And now I'm gonna go a little bit right here on these knuckles as well. It's a little bit of shimmer in this one, but it will have to do. And I drag it out. Ja, vi är här chockade över hur fint det blir. Tack Patricia. It's good to know that you're all here. That I'm not just talking to myself. And then I'm going over here. Can you see the difference right here? How the dark brown disappeared and it's now inside of these like creases instead. So she doesn't look dirty anymore. And this is why I do it in this order. You can go back and forth however you want, but I thought it would be easier if I had a more step-by-step. This is actually so much fun. I hope that you will try it. I really do. Because I want to see what kind of tattoos you guys can imagine. You have to do it, Monica. I want to see what tattoos you will make. Because these right now, these tattoos look like like a kid made them. Oh, Sarah. She's doing her hand together with me. Yay! Oh, you have to show me the result. I really want to see it. So when you take a picture, upload it to your story or your Instagram, tag me, tag Moonflair, tag Selena. We all want to see it. And imagine after you do it a couple of times. You can have so much fun with this. Well, thank you, Alva. We have a little bit of red on. I'm gonna go here as well, just like I did before, just to give it a little bit more life. How are you doing, Sarah? What step are you on? Agnes says that she will do it as well. I can't wait to see what you make. After we've done the browns and the reds, if you don't need, some of you might not want tattoos, of course. And then you're gonna do just highlights and powder, but we're gonna do tattoos. And the reason that I don't do them last is because we want to mattify them a bit. So right now I'm going to do, or finish the tattoos. I'm not sure about the crystal, you guys. I don't know if that's how you draw a crystal. I used to draw them all the time when I was a kid. I'm doing it on paper beside me so I can see if it's No, that's not how you do it. How did you do it? Oh, straight there. Okay, okay. We'll see what my friend with the diamond tattoo says. Okay, so I'm gonna take a regular eyeliner. I have two just in case the one dries up. And these are just some old eyeliners I had. Don't take a new one that's like just opened. I'm gonna see if these are different. Both of these are felt tip, and I like them best for this. But you don't want it to be like dripping from the eyeliner, because then you're gonna get one big ink plump, and then you have to do all of these steps all over again. I'm gonna see if I can rescue this little diamond, or if it's gonna be an ugly one. And right now I'm trying to be really, really precise and thin, and it doesn't matter if the green goes outside of these lines. That's what makes it look a little bit more realistic when the ink has like plumped out a little bit, because it always, not always, but it often does that on hands. How funny that this eyeliner is actually called Tattoo Signature. Sarah says that her brushes had some shimmer on them, so now it's more of a glow. Hey Louise! We've missed you! Welcome to the stream. It's so crooked. This wasn't a great tattoo artist, you guys. She did not know how to draw a diamond. I bet a lot of you are going to be so great at this. Like you have so steady hands from painting nail art all the time. But I'm a little bit nervous, so it's not super smooth. But you will get the picture. It's special. Well, Louise is still at work. Thank you for joining anyway. Hey, Eileen. And we had an arrow. You can see that I've already drawn a little bit on it, so it's faded, but as I said, that's okay. We just want like the green hue, like a tint, so it's not super black, because that's gonna give it away. You guys are gonna live your tattoo dreams on these hands. I promise you. That's not a nice arrow. I promise you that I'm usually better with an eyeliner. I would really like to see someone do a really big tattoo that goes all the way from here and down the fingers. That would be so cool. I'm sorry, I'm not so chatty when I do this. I'm so concentrated. You should try it, Agnes. I believe you will make great tattoos. That would be so cool. And Alva, you have a tattoo artist in your studio. You guys could do it together. She must have some great tattoo ideas that she can share with you. Or help you. If you don't want to do it yourself. And we're gonna do a moon, of course, for Moonflair. Did you guys watch the takeover last Thursday? Did you see me and Selena work at the office? Louise says that maybe I will do a snake across the hand, and Alva says that she was going to put her colleague to work. Well, thank you, Agnes. It was really fun to host the takeover. It wasn't that much nail making. It's not nail making right now as well. I feel like I'm the nail tech that doesn't do nails right now, but hopefully this will help you either way. And just an FYI, this is something you do when the nails are already done. Because if you start filing and wiping and stuff on the tips right now, all of this is going to go away. And really try to get those fine lines. I know mine are kind of stubby right now, but the thinner you get them, the more real they're gonna look. Like a tiny little needle made them. How's it going, Sarah? Are you keeping up? Oh, Elin asks, how do you usually clean your hand from all the dust? I wash her with soap and water, just like you would a baby. No, but you can go wash her like you wash your own hands. Be a little bit careful with alcohol on silicone-based stuff, though. I'm also a brow and lash stylist, and if any of you do lash lift, you know that these like silicone, what do you call it? The little silicone pillow that you put on the eyelids, they don't do well with alcohol, because eventually it's gonna dry them out and they're gonna crack. So I think that's how I think when I clean the hands as well. I don't want it to dry out the silicone and make it crack. Okay, so I've put all of the outlines with my little liquid eyeliner. Elin is asking, I'm sorry, what type of remover do you use if you want to take off the makeup? I only use soap, regular hand soap. The one I have in the bathroom. And if you want to use like a sponge or a nail brush to get the last of the makeup in here, then that's what you need to do. Okay. Sarah is on board as well, except for the tattoos. You can try them another time, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take a thicker brush. And then I'm gonna take some powder. My powder is a little bit more tan to match her a little bit better. You can use translucent powder if you have it, or a foundation powder. Just something to mattify this. So I'm gonna press it. And this is shimmery as well. I didn't find one in this color that wasn't so shimmery. But I press it against the tattoo to make it dry. Did you see the difference? That these are shiny and this one is dry and more pressed into the skin, like there's a layer of skin above it. And I also take the same color and I dot it on top of the knuckles and everywhere that we put color, and this really blends the whole thing out. And if you don't have the exact same color as your hand, then use the translucent powder or an eyeshadow that's more in the same color. But I really recommend lots of warm tones for almost every hand. A good thing to note is if you have Evelyn or Ana Luisa that are the darker colors in the range, don't go towards ashy colors like dark gray and black. You need to take a warm brown, more like this tone, and still do the warm up. Still use the reds to warm up the knuckles, because you don't want it to look ashy and just dark. You want it to look just like a person with blood running through their veins. Sound like Dracula. And now I feel that these veins are a little bit too visible, so I'm gonna add some more powder and I press it in. I won't say I press it into the skin, but I press it into the silicone. So we're doing layer on top of layer, just like with a real person. I'm just laughing at my ugly diamond. What do you guys think so far? Doesn't seem too hard, right? Be careful not to swipe, do like this, because then you might smudge the tattoos. Press it in on top. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, she looks pretty. Gonna lift her up a little bit so you can see. The tattoos aren't hard except for the part when you have to have like a steady hand, or you have to have inspiration, but you can look at pictures for that. And I don't think any of you lack inspiration if you're here. Here I can see that this shadow is a little bit too dark for me. I'm going to take the same powder, but just a smaller brush and blend it out a little bit. Isn't it funny how we're like bringing out reds and browns and blues and greens? And a couple of years ago, when you took nail pictures, you smoothed the skin out so much that it almost looked like a silicone hand. It's fun to see how it changes. The trends. Then I just go back and forth, feeling like there needs to be a little bit more shadow here. What kind of pictures are you going to take? Are you going to take pictures that show the whole hand? Or just the fingers, or from the side? You have to think about that. Trying to see in the camera that you can see all of the angles and see how it looks. Can you see on the tattoos how the green kind of disappeared? You can see it a little bit on the diamond actually, because I did so many lines that I didn't fill in. But it doesn't look... It's not because of the green that it looks unreal, it's because I did too many lines. The green actually helps make the tattoo look more realistic. It's always like that. When you're going to do it live or somebody's watching you, the tattoos are going to come out so much worse when I did it by myself. Don't forget that we're going to give you a little discount code as well if you want your own red iguana hand and you don't already have it. I'm going to put a little ring on her. This also helps so much just to accessorize a little bit. Let's cover that diamond up. She ain't pretty enough. You can see me struggling with my nails. There we go. Yay! Cover it up. I'm gonna put some nails on her as well. Do you think you guys will try this? Oh, before I put them on, I don't really know how much of a difference this will make. It's just like embedded to the bone that I need to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use the setting spray. My 2-year-old niece who still can't get to sleep is so fascinated by your live, and I think she's about to fall asleep to your calm voice. What's your niece's name? Alicia. Alicia, it's time to go to sleep. It's only Monday. There's a lot of fun stuff coming this week. You need to go to sleep now. I did really short nails so you can focus on the makeup. Cute. What do you guys think? I don't even know how long I've been live. 44 minutes. So I have my little color palette right here. So you can see kind of what I used. But of course it depends on what color your hand is. But these are... Maybe this one is a little bit different. But if you have a shadow, you can of course use that. But these are like... most likely to be on an eyeshadow palette, or maybe like a bronzing powder, a blush. Use what you have and then you can add more to it later. I'm gonna bring out April as well, so you can see them together, hand in hand. And here I did some tattoos right by the cuticle, and I can tell you right away that these are the ones that are gonna fade first because I take the nails out and I mess it up all the time, but it's really cute when you have it. I'm gonna show you something fun as well, how she looked before we did her makeup. What do you think of the difference? Can you post a picture of the finished one? Of course I can. But I have done makeup on Lucy before, together with April, and you can see those pictures on Moonflair's Instagram. Do you see how much difference this will make? And just this part. And the silicone itself shines through a little bit, so she already looks a little bit glossy, just like you do when you're just moisturized. And it's really fun to do. You can be as creative as you want. I've had so much fun learning how to do this. I think that is all for the actual tutorial. So I'm here to answer some of your questions if you have any. And I think it's time to reveal a little discount code for you. Are you ready for that? It is a discount code worth 10% on all full hands. And maybe Moonflair can help me write it out, but the code is real or fake 10. Real or fake 10 to get 10% off on full hands. And it's only until this Friday, so hurry up. Get your red iguana hand. They are so amazing. I love them so much, and my friends hate them so much because they look too realistic and they think I'm creepy. But I love them. How cute are they? I can't write the discount code, but if somebody would like to help me, it's real or fake in one word, 10. Sounded like you awful hands. What do you mean, Otis? Thank you, Selena, for writing the code. Thank you, Patricia. I think that's it for today. I hope you guys had fun. It was really fun hanging out with you, even though I feel like a crazy person talking to myself. I think the end result ended up really good. And I love doing this with the finger so you can see the difference. I mean, hello. Look at that difference. It sounded like I said awful hands. I'm sorry. No, I love the hands. My friends think they're creepy because they're too realistic. We have Moonflair Monday lives every single Monday. One of our girls are gonna do a super cool design and you can hang with us. It's completely free. You can invite anyone you like. Next week, it's Liga's turn. Oh, I said full hands. Full hands, 10% off on full hands. Not awful, they are great and beautiful. Liga's gonna make a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design. You can't miss that. She's always, oh, I can't speak. She's also doing the takeover on Thursday, so be sure to tune in then. And you'll find me in the Moonflair chat whenever, or at my account By Thesso. See you guys there. Thank you so much for tonight. Bye.